figures in women's sports is trying to bring women's soccer to the Queen City. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark is reportedly joining FC Cincinnati's bid for
all of what you witnessed on the basketball floor. Caitlin Clark recently made the most surprising hidden move of the year, including a millionaire partner and a strategy to dominate a brand new sport. In an attempt to acquire a professional soccer franchise, the WNBA rookie superstar recently became a co-owner. However, this goes beyond a mere celebrity endorsement. This is a carefully thought-out power move and strategic partnership with one of the world's most influential businesswomen. This is the little-known tale of Caitlin Clark's transformation from athlete to mogul. Furthermore, no one realizes how bold her strategy is. Consider the seismic tremor that shook the sports industry. A rookie who just graduated from college is still adjusting to the tremendous limelight of the WNBA, actively taking over another sport in addition to simply being the best at one. The news came in like a meteor shower. Caitlin Clark was supporting a bid for a new NWSL team in Cincinnati with her substantial weight and unrivaled star power. Many others thought it was abrupt and almost uncharacteristic for someone who was so solely focused on basketball. Was this just an ostentatious PR gimmick? A well-known brand giving a local project a celebrity glow? The terrifying accuracy of the move was completely ignored by many who wrote it off as a straightforward feel-good tale. Folks, this wasn't your average celebrity endorsement. This was a calculated power play, a chess move performed with terrifying accuracy by an athlete who, as it turns out, is equally as impressive off the court as she is in the boardroom. It was a silent but forceful statement that Clark is here to own the game, not merely play it. This startling news essentially meant that the Clark effect was about to spread far beyond the hardwood into unexplored areas where legends are created via empire building as well as athletic prowess. What have you got? There is no pressure. However, Clark is not acting alone in this bold endeavor, nor is she depending only on her own growing wealth. The underlying financial might and strategic brilliance behind the Cincinnati bid come from a secret titan, millionaire Meg Whitman, a fact that the mainstream media mostly ignored. Yes, Meg Whitman, the former CEO of multinational corporations like eBay and Hewlett-Packard, a woman whose name reverberates in boardrooms worldwide as a testament to her unmatched commercial acumen and merciless efficiency. Whitman and her spouse have invested a significant amount of money and decades of business strategy expertise in this endeavor.
Cincinnati issued a statement confirming that Clark is a part of the plan. Leaders say her passion for soccer and commitment to elevating women's.
This is not merely a wealthy investor. This Silicon Valley titan, a corporate architect who started innovative companies from the ground up, is now aiming to become a professional athlete. This alliance's sheer boldness is astounding. The Cincinnati bid is transformed from an optimistic fantasy into an almost unstoppable force by the combination of Whitman's billions, Clark's unparalleled generation-defining star power, and her profound understanding of market dynamics. The story is entirely altered by this little fact. A local football club and a rookie player are not the only ones looking for a squad. Joining forces with a giant of industry in a well-thought-out assault on the NWSL expansion is a cultural phenomena. The true surprise here is that Clark's investment is a masterclass in strategic relationships, demonstrating her vision that goes well beyond athletic accoutrements.
Cincinnati provided a statement, there it is, saying in part, quote, "The NWSL Cincinnati bid team is thrilled that Caitlin Clark has joined our ownership group."
Clark's abrupt entry into football ownership seemed to come out of thin air to many casual fans. Why play football? Isn't she the court general, the pure shooter, and the basketball prodigy? To the uneducated, this investment can appear to be a celebrity trying out a new pastime or a random diversification. However, people who are aware of Clark's more extensive past realize that this is not a hasty choice. Examining her past reveals an intriguing but frequently ignored period. Caitlin Clark had a strong football game even before she was breaking records on the court. She was a real multi-sport athlete throughout her early years, playing football with the same fierce competitiveness and innate agility that would later characterize her basketball career.
Playing in the new basketball league unrivaled. The 3-on-3 games start in January with 6 teams playing 14 games. Clark was offered a reported $1 million to take part, but sources say it is a thanks, but no thanks.
Her aggressive manner, incredible field vision, and unwavering will to win are all praised by her young football coaches. These traits are remarkably similar to those that make her formidable on the court. She wasn't merely taking part informally. She was very involved and well known for her amazing footwork, strong shots, and ability to read the game. Then, this investment is much more than just a money exchange. She is making a significant comeback to a sport she truly enjoys. Her platform's strength rekindled a childhood interest. It gives her business decision an indisputable air of authenticity and solidifies the notion that she is purchasing more than simply a team. She is showing that her skill and spirit of competition have always transcended the confines of a particular discipline by reinvesting in a portion of her own athletic identity. This is more than just a business transaction. Her dedication to women's football is deeply ingrained and very personal because it is a personal mission. More importantly, Cincinnati is not a typical city. There is a growing concentration of football fervor there. With one of the most ardent, devoted fan bases in North America, the local Major League Soccer team, FC Cincinnati, regularly fills stadiums and creates an exciting environment. Instead of starting from scratch to create a football culture in this market, Clark is using an already existing gold mine, a city that is brimming with enthusiasm and poised to explode for a women's professional club. This is a calculated invasion of the Midwestern sports scene that will cement her reputation as a cherished hometown hero as well as an athlete, creating something enduring and intricately linked to her personal story. It involves using her enormous local following to spark a fresh wave of sports fervor while showcasing a keen grasp of consumer behavior and personal branding. The intense, occasionally heated competition between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese has had the sports world completely enthralled for the better part of the past year. Their on-court altercations have sparked previously unheard-of levels of attention, discussion, and buzz on social media. However, that intense competition is now set to spread into a completely new and possibly even more intriguing arena, the realm of sports and corporate ownership. A few weeks before to Clark's shocking revelation, Angel Reese made her own calculated power move by purchasing a share in the DC Spirit, a Washington, D.C.-based professional women's football team. All of a sudden, the competition is more than just scores, rebounds, and titles. It's about who can establish a more significant off-court enterprise and become the more powerful sports mogul. Clark and Reese are now discreetly but furiously competing as owners in the NWSL, in addition to their ongoing bitter conflicts in the WNBA. Their already famous dynamic gains a thrilling, previously unheard-of level of fascination from this development. Their rivalry is evolving from a simple sporting competition to a match of corporate savvy and strategic vision. If their teams ever faced off, or if their separate ownership groups engaged in a direct competition for sponsorship or market share, just think of the headlines. This is more than just a fresh chapter. This brand new volume in the Clark vs. Reese saga demonstrates how their struggle for supremacy is changing from athletic supremacy to the competitive world of corporate power. And it looks like it will be quite fascinating to watch develop. However, it should be made clear that Cincinnati's acquisition of a NWSL team is by no means a guarantee of success. Even though Caitlin Clark and her powerful allies have billions and star power, they have entered a battle zone. Yes, the NWSL is growing, but the fight to get a desired new franchise is quite fierce. A high-stakes business conflict in which only the most resourceful and resolute will win. Cincinnati's aspirations are not unique. It is engaged in a tough competition with a formidable group of competitor cities. Large cities like Cleveland, which is only a few hours north, are putting up strong offers, frequently supported by their own powerful and affluent ownership groups keen to take advantage of the growing interest in women's sports. Denver is making a strong argument because of its expanding population and vibrant sports culture. Philadelphia, a huge market with a long history in sports, is another city that is putting a lot of weight into the ring. Understanding the enormous value and cultural impact a NWSL franchise would bring, each of these communities is desperate to acquire a team and is prepared to pay whatever it takes to do so. As a result, the NWSL expansion process becomes a competitive business arena, a strategic chess game involving billions of dollars and public pride. Although other cities have their own advantages, Cincinnati's ultimate trump card, the unmatched Clark effect, is Caitlin Clark's involvement. Her enormous social media following, her unparalleled ability to create media hype, and her worldwide fame.